Ricky Newby, territory is Unsworth Heights on the North Shore. About 18 months. Lots of things actually. I own bars, nightclubs, I was a music festival promoter, and me and a friend of mine who's actually part of my team now, we had a music TV station on Sky TV. Well, I guess I was getting too old for that industry. Well, I felt I was getting too old, living opposite ends of the day from your family. And just really wanted to change, and I guess I got out of it before COVID kicked in, but sort of I think after the first lockdown we had here, I was looking for something that might be a little bit more COVID proof, and saw an ad on Facebook, thought, no, I'll inquire. What impressed me to start with, this franchisor, I think he probably got back to me within 5 minutes, and I'd contacted some other franchises in the same industry and didn't hear back from them. So sort of got off to a good start there. And I guess I went to the first meeting, then I did the training and thought we'll just get stuck in, see how it goes. I guess the credibility of the brand and how well it's been around, I guess the template had already been set there for success, So I guess, when you're doing a lot of businesses on your own, you've got to worry about the marketing, see if the business idea is going to work to start with. And, a lot of the time you don't really have the support there. So it just seemed like the infrastructure was in place, and and after talking to a few of the franchisees prior to starting, it just seemed like everything matched up. It was pretty good. We didn't go to Melbourne for the training, so I guess it was a bit a shortened version of it. So we had a 5 days sort of theory at a convention centre, and then 3 days in the field training. I kind of picked it up pretty quick, and I think I only had 3 days on the tools. But I think what was the best thing is actually going out on your own. On your own is the quickest way to learn. The body. I think the first 2 months I couldn't even close my hand each morning from the vibration of the line trimmer. And I've talked to a few guys, that goes away, and it did. It's fine now. But the weight loss, was I lost about 16 kgs in 3 months. And a lot of my family thought I might have been sick, but just the calorie loss, deficit each day, sweating it out. Well, I'd like to put some weight back on. It just seems impossible at the moment. No, look, I'm fairly fit. Pretty much do everything. Especially on the gardening side. So we do hedges, minor landscaping, garden clean-outs, gutters. I've even had one client ask me to put together a flat pack, Not that I'm that good at them, but I just followed the instructions and charged him for it. So yeah, we've actually got a few of these, and so this particular one we've had for probably about 6 months. So we do a lot of the garden maintenance here. There's a small lawn up the top, so we just rotate what's needed to be done in the gardening every 2 weeks. Yeah, for sure. So I obviously started off myself, and then I had a friend of mine who had a franchise out in South Auckland, and he realised he didn't actually like mowing, but he loved gardening. So he sort of came and started working for me. So we together we were probably just the two of us for about 7-8 months, and then just recently, probably about November, I decided it was time to scale up. So currently we've got a team of 6, including myself. So I've got a person doing all the admin, just because I think, that's the invoicing and just the general sort of stuff. Just because I think my time's a bit better spent out there generating work or just working a bit later. Because no one likes doing admin after a 10-hour day at the end of the day, So I've got a couple really new guys. A girl and a guy. So one of them's just finished their training. She's now on a lawn mowing run of her own. The other guy's just doing a bit of gardening, and we'll have his training finished at the end of this week. So I have another mowing unit out there. Look, it's a massive issue. I've had a lot of luck through just Facebook, really. When I say luck, I did go through about 9 or 10 trials that didn't work out, and I guess sort of what I look for is it's really the attitude and reliability. If they got that, the skills are easily taught. Yeah, well, look, when I got into this, to be honest, I didn't really get into it for the mowing. I just saw the business as scalable. So I guess for the first sort of maybe year, I pretty much reinvested everything back into it. So now we've sort of got a good team, got the foundations with all the equipment and the vehicles and stuff to really start generating the money. So I'm sort of expecting in the next sort of 3 months to be off the tools full time, just floating, quoting, checking up on the quality of work and just jumping in when the team needs a hand if they're falling behind. With anyone that's sort of starting out, obviously they're coming out for me for about a week, or until I feel that they're ready to go out on their own. And like I was saying before, sometimes it is the best way to learn is to figure out, if something's gone wrong with the equipment, how to fix it on the go. They can always call me, of course, but I guess, look, I go and check up on the jobs. Not all of them. I know that there's some jobs that probably need checking up more than others, depending on the clients. And then I guess, the other thing I'm sort of trying to push into them now, just focus on the quality first. The speed will come later and efficiencies around that. So, well, I think it's just the brand's recognisable. Even in New Zealand, it's very recognisable. I guess, the work guarantee side of things, I get a lot of pickups, a lot of neighbours, a lot of my initial clients now I've got 2 or 3 on either side. And that's just come through referrals or, they're looking over at, my client's lawn, oh, it's cut well. Maybe they're not happy with the other guy not turning up on time. And yeah, so the brand's really trusted here. Yeah, so I mean, basically, look, if we get a job wrong and we can't fix it, then the franchisor will get someone to come in and fix it at our cost, But I mean, we've given the chance to fix it prior to that stage. But I mean, we were very wary of the star rating system as well. So I think I've only ever had 1 complaint, and that was in my first month. And it wasn't even a job I did. It was just a quote that I got a day late to the client because I was actually trying to YouTube what it actually was I was doing. Never heard of the thatching before. So I was trying to source the equipment and everything. And I did take maybe half a day, too long getting back to him, and he gave me a 1 star. So I haven't had one since.
What's your star rating?
So I think it's 4.98. But I think I heard on online the other day that you've been training for 12 months. You can actually get some early surveys removed. So I'm going to get that removed.
Email Jim
yeah, I'm going to. It's on the to-do list.
I'll tell him about it. So you email
Jim. Yeah, no, it's annoyed me since day one.
You'll get rid of it. Email Jim and you've been for 12 months.
But look, it does keep things honest.
Yeah.
I'd say don't jump into it too soon. I mean, a friend of mine, he was taking on staff in his 2nd week starting, and I think just got to really spend a year, or maybe less, and just really understand the business, the work involved and stuff, and then sort of understand your numbers as well, and then when it comes to, I guess, scaling, I don't think you need to be too fearful because the support's there. Even our franchisor here has put us in touch with a pretty sizable franchisee. I think they've got about a team of 7, so we can get some advice there as well. And look, the work's always going to be there, so it's just how you manage that work. Totally, and it allowed me to get to this position now. But now the foundation and everything's sort of set to actually make some money, so I know that I can pay all the bills. I know, everyone's getting paid each week. I'm generally the last to get paid in this scenario, but I think over the next 6 months I'll really see a difference.
What about your lifestyle comparing to running this business compared to your previous business?
Oh, well, it's completely different. Well, working during the day for starters. And, it's good just working outside. I don't really like being behind a computer all day or, being out and about in town at night, when I've got a family, had a young child at the time. So this is much better. Yeah, look, just give it a go, I mean, as long as you're prepared to work hard, look, it isn't easy. It's, physically demanding, but again, if you've got the right attitude, yeah, look, this thing's set up to succeed. To request a free quote, call the number 0800 454 654 or contact jimsmowing.co.nz.